Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, welcome to the Midday Moments. Blessings to everybody. Greetings to those who are able to join us live on the overlay chat. It's good. Greetings to each of you. Welcome to the Midday Moment. I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. I take a moment out of the middle of my day to honor my practice, my spiritual practice, to pray in different forms, to pray, meditate, reflect, share with positive people, witness, testify, and really just own what I desire to live in, which is the truth that God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all we could ask or think, according to the power that's on the inside of us. And so we get a chance to stir up that power that's on the inside of us. So that's what we showed up to do today here in the middle of the day, to stir up some power, stir up your hope, faith. These aren't things that are just automatic. It's like to get in the kitchen and cook it. You gotta cook. You gotta cook hope. You gotta cook faith. You gotta get in there and stir it up. Turn the stove on. You can have groceries, but if you don't put them groceries together, no meal. And so, speaking from one who does not live in the kitchen, but nonetheless, the metaphor stands. Faith must be cultivated. Hope must be cultivated. Even your love, you must massage this. We don't just wake up and all of a sudden lipstick appears. You put it on. You put it on to add to the truth of who you already are, the beauty that you already possess and represent. So nonetheless, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I serve as the assistant spiritual leader of today's church in the Fivefold General for Church of the Everlasting Kingdom. I serve at the pleasure of the presiding prelate, Dr. Bishop, Dr. Vice Presiding Prelate, Bishop A. Bernard Hector. It's such a pleasure to serve with them, and our Vicar General, Bishop Walter D. Rogers. I enjoy serving in this ministry capacity because I get a chance to help people keep their hope alive, keep their dreams alive, if you desire. If that is what you desire. If you don't, no forcing. So anyways, this midday moment is all a part of my spiritual practice and my working and serving together in these communities. People are looking for hope. That's why sometimes we out here shopping and spending our money and carrying on, looking for hope. Well, here is one of the avenues. Well, welcome. I normally play a little something, and the music, it has been challenging. And so I certainly enjoyed the lyrics that I share in the songs that we play. And I tested it beforehand, and it was doing some stuff. Listen, I'm gonna play, and then we're gonna get to our elaboration today. Our elaboration on the teachings. We've been studying in tandem with the daily download that I call the master class. And we are studying very specifically to support the publication of the Kingdom Study Bible. Yes, honey, another Bible, another resource, look here. When you get into these situations, you be looking for something. This Bible is another resource to feed your hope, feed your faith, and give you a contemporary way to do that. You can read this Bible as literature, you can read it very literally, and you can read it for life application. This is another resource to help you see and absorb the life application here in Scripture. So we're supporting the publication of that, among other things, but that certainly is one. And so as we do so, we are in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, and we were talking about forgiveness this morning in the daily download. Forgiveness. So listen, I'm gonna play this little song because my other song is just not, it's not doing what it's supposed to do on here. So I have to get with Deacon Patrick for some more coaching. So I'm gonna see if y'all can hear this. This is the track that comes with the restring. Let me see. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear that? Now I can barely hear. I was sitting here singing a song to this track, and now it's skipping too. I'll figure that out another time. Okay, I was in here playing with these little tracks and the same little song I was gonna sing, y'all, but it's skipping. No problem. We're gonna keep on going because I can't hold on to that. So listen, today's teaching was about forgiveness. And Dr. Pulley gave some points here from the reading of scripture. He read today from 2 Corinthians 10. Chapter 2, verse 10. And anyone you forgive, I also forgive. And what I have forgiven, this is Paul, and what I have forgiven, if there was anything to forgive, I have forgiven in the sight of Christ and for your sake. And so that's the Kingdom Study Translation, because I went back and read the King James Version. It didn't quite sound like that. So I'm grateful for this opportunity so we can hear these scriptures in a different way, hear them so that you can more immediately embrace the life application for what it means, what it can mean for you right now. And so as he read and talked about this scripture, he gave us some points about not holding on to things because it shows up as pain in the body, poison in relationships, and poverty in the pocket. Those were some of the notes that he put together for this. And so let me tell you something. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Um, I, I, like many of you, I promise you, I can list a bunch of stuff. I promise you, I can list some stuff that it's like, you gonna forgive them for that? You literally going to, and I mean, and some of the stuff is fresh too. But let me tell you what helps me forgive. Let me tell you what helps me to forgive. And it's not easy. It hasn't been easy. But I'm gonna tell you what helps me to forgive. So, many of us quote Romans chapter 8. It's a whole bunch of good quoting scriptures in Romans chapter 8. Go back and read Romans chapter 8. Half of Sunday services are sitting in Romans chapter. Half of the year of preaching, 50% of what we preach on Sundays probably comes out of Romans chapter 8. Powerful. And one of the famous scriptures in Romans 8 is all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord, called according to his purpose. Very conditional in there. And I'll let you theologians, y'all can debate and comb through that. If all things work together for the good, I must forgive, because anything that has been done, it is going to eventually work for my good. So when I don't forgive, that means that I'm going against what's working for my good. I know it feels painful. Ooh, when people lie and talk about you. Ooh, 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 ooh. And of course, other things that may even take place physically. Black History Month. And y'all already know some of the stories of Black history. I mean, some of this stuff is hard to swallow, to even consider what one human being did to another human being, because they didn't think that that he or she was human. Whether it's in my lifetime, previous lifetime, yesterday, last year, I seek to forgive. And I really embrace even one of our tenets we have, where we fast and forgive. What's the third one in there? Fast, forgive. Is it life giving? It's fasting and forgiving. I know, but it's the third one in there. I think it's life giving. And I really like this combination because I grew up when we fasted, but apparently we didn't fast and forgive, which probably meant that probably was why we was just fasting and hungry, fasting and mean, not forgiving. When you recognize that things, no matter what it is, that it works for your highest good, it helps you to process and flow through these experiences more, to let them go and forgive. And to heal. and get to the victory that you're looking for. Even in this past scenario, I just experienced a car collision. I've been telling people dramatic. That's the word I use. Extremely dramatic. Extremely dramatic. Extremely dramatic. I was hit from behind, and I was hit from more than one car. And the way they hit my car, it seemed like it wasn't going to stop. Like it was just a pound on top of a pound. It may have only lasted for 10 seconds. It seemed forever. Like it was just, and I did. I had some feelings about it. I had some feelings about the hit. I had some feelings because I had just paid my car off. I said, I'm gonna be a good steward. You get my oil change, get this fixed, timing belt, everything. I'm just gonna drive this. Ain't nothing wrong with this car. And I'm doing no sense in, getting a big eye, save that money, all of that. Then you experience that, and then people want to act crazy with their insurance and all that. You know what? I'm not staying in the. I'm not fighting with y'all. I get an attorney. Y'all talk about it. It's gonna work for my good. But I'm not. I'm not. And then when I started experiencing pneumonia, what am I gonna blame that on? I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own whatever thought led to this. In fact, Louise Hay, right up on pneumonia. I think it said something like, oh gosh, what was the word? It said desperate, giving up on life. I own that part of me that has been so frustrated, holding on to what he said, what she said, what they did, and then you feel like you done checked the boxes, and then that is. No, I'm just gonna let all of those feelings and thoughts go. I'm letting go what I thought and what you thought. I'm letting both of them go. All of them go. Like Bishop Ben said, the late Bishop Ben said somebody called her house looking for her husband. She said, hey, he ain't with you. With y'all, he cheating on both of us. I'm letting both of y'all go. I'm letting both of y'all go. I'm letting all of it go. Because it is not worth what it turns into in the body and in the mind. It's just not worth it. So I agree. Do what you gotta do. Let it go. One of this is the last time I'm gonna say one of the I haven't mentioned this in a long time. It's one of my lifelines. Kenneth Butler Jr. used to laugh at me when I talk about Maya Angelou and Harriet Tubman. So they were a part of what helped me to see kingdom. To see kingdom as this metaphysical experience. They were a part of helping me to understand my next level questions with God. Because I got to a point where I was like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Because what I thought y'all said about God and Scripture, it ain't adding up. So what's the point? And Maya Angelou and Harriet Tubman, they were the witnesses in my head that helped me because I could relate to their stories in certain ways. And you all know Maya Angelou's story of being raped as a child and then becoming a self-inflicted mute. And while she was a self-inflicted mute, she read all of these poems and poetry, sonnets, and so forth. And years later, we get this masterful poet not wishing that on anybody, and at the same time getting to a point, and she said it from her mouth. I'm not saying this to back to her. She arrived from her own mouth. She said in an interview, out of what we call evil there can come good. I'm forgiven because it's a good coming up in this for me. It's something that's coming up in here for me. So I'm forgiven. I'm gonna let go the body pains. I'm gonna let go the thoughts, the body pains that come with the thoughts. I'm gonna let go all of that, all the extra fat and tissues and so forth. Trying to eat my way through things. I'm learning to let it go. I know y'all looking at me saying, "Well, you ain't complete." I'm working on you. Work on you. I'm working on me. I'm letting it go because there is a good that is being develop. There is a good that is manifest. If I'm so busy pointing and blaming everybody for this, that, and the other, I'm not holding on to it. I agree. I'm not holding on to that. I'm I'm let it go. But do you understand what I know? But Shaq took me a long time. I know the thing came out in 2017, I think. I know my friend Lisa read the book and told me about it. I still, I just one time. But 2025 was finally the year that I watched the movie The Shack. Not sure who was sitting in the living room and decided to come up with this novel and with this movie, but I bless them for doing so because it is such a beautiful picture of how God is there to help us let go because God is God and God has a higher good that is being manifested and worked out. So I agree. I ain't holding on to that. I agree. I'm letting go. Let it go. Let it go. Come on, Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Da 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 da. Let go and let good manifest. Let it go and let good manifest. That's it. That's all I got for you. That's just my reflection. From time to time, I just reflect on what did the teaching from the master class at 6:30 in the morning mean to me. That's what it meant to me. Let it go and let good. Let good. You can do it. You can do it. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. All right. Blessings to blessings. 2025, our goal is to have 25 shares to somebody. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. It's so good to see of y'all. Pauletta and Zinga, Minister Dre, Lady Shirley, Lady Mac. It's good to see of you. Blessings. Good to see y'all. All right. Y'all take care. I love y'all. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses. Mwah.